Hi, my name is Maria Duran, owner of Duran Concepts and the host of the Football Takeover. This is a show at the intersection of business, community, culture, and our favorite sport, football. Welcome back. We're here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. At the Innovation Studio. So, we're very excited to have you here join us because today we will continue to talk about all of those wonderful ways that football intersects with so much of our lives. But first, I want to remind everybody that you can leave your comments and your questions in the live chat. We are streaming right now live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Yeah, so this will be a fun show. I'm very excited about it. I feel like every show is just it's getting better. Not only because we're talking about soccer, football in different ways, but also because we have a lot of really interesting guests that are doing a lot of very interesting things. And so today, actually, before we get into the conversation, let's see what's been happening around town. This past weekend we had the World Cup final. We had the third place game and then the final. And I must say, I really, really did enjoy that the game on Saturday between France and England because that was some high adrenaline game there. But that final was really fun. And so our correspondent, Valentina Reina, went out into the city to show us a little bit about what was happening. So let's go to the polls.
En esta final se habla español. Hemos llegado a la tan esperada final de la Copa del Mundo 2026 entre la roja, España, y la albiceleste, Argentina. Estoy aquí en el Katy Beer Garden once again. Soy Valentina Reina y acompáñame a ver cuáles son las sensaciones para este partido.
So I think Spain's been playing great. I think we need to connect on a goal. I think we're a possession monster. We've been all over it all day. I don't think Argentina can handle Spain. They can't get the ball. It's going to be a great game though, regardless. 3-0 Spain.
So we are all from KT, we are from India. We are the supporter of Messi, Argentina. Let's rock and let's win Argentina and golden boot for Messi.
¡España! ¿Piensa que van a ganar? Intenso. España. Que van a la madre patria, ¿por qué no? ¿Cuánto a cuánto? 2-1.
2-1 ganando Argentina. Ahí estamos bien.
Claro pues, ¡viva Argentina! Messi va a ganar la segunda.
Okay, I'm going for Argentina. It's going to be 2-1. That's my final prediction.
Argentina, baby, Argentina. Argentina va a salir campeón. Argentina va a salir.
España es un equipo claramente superior, pero una selección argentina que me parece que poniendo los huevos que pone no solo da la cara por su país, sino por un continente donde amamos el fútbol y donde claramente creo yo que la mayoría de nosotros queremos que hoy la selección argentina sea campeona.
No tengo mucho más que decir. España está jugando súper bien, pero si esto llega a penales, Argentina lastimosamente va a ganar el Mundial.
España es campeona del mundo, batiendo con un resultado de 1-0 a la ex campeona del mundo, Argentina. Es un juego muy intenso, con España teniendo siempre la posesión del balón. Argentina tuvo siempre dificultad con la posesión del balón y no consiguió tener el gol al arco.
Spain outplayed Argentina. No question. It ended the way that it was supposed to. How do I say, yay, Spain?
It was a beautiful game. I think Spain did amazing. It was like 20 attempted goals versus one. Honestly, Spain, I think this game really proved that Spain is the better team.
I agree. And even though they were against Spain and they took that goal away from them unfairly, I still think they pulled through and they did a really good job.
Yeah, vámonos a España!
Well, it looked like everybody had a lot of fun out there in Katy. And yeah, go Spain. Well, now to get to our guest, I'm gonna read a little bit about what he's done because we have a lot to talk about. And like I said, this is gonna be such a great conversation. So Eddie Mendoza is the owner of Remodel HTX, a local builder and general contractor committed to delivering excellence in construction services. They have been providing on-site operations at the FIFA World Cup Fan Festival. He's also a lifetime football fan. Oh, sorry, a lifelong football fan. And he celebrated his fourth World Cup journey, I would say, this year. So in those, 39 unforgettable days, he attended 17 matches across the United States. He joined in 10 watch parties and then enjoyed the other 12 matches at home with family. So Eddie, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. It's a great space, and I love what you're doing in the community. And yeah, it was a great journey. 17 matches in 39 days. We went to 5 different cities. We got a chance to see 7 in Houston, 7 in Dallas, 1 in Atlanta, 1 in Kansas, and the final in New York. So it was an amazing journey, and I'm glad to experience it with friends and family.
Oh my God. So we've known each other since the Dynamo days. But I've also, seen you in action with Real Madrid Houston Peña.
Yes.
And I mean, you are a true fan.
Yes.
You are a true fan. So where does that passion for the sport come from?
So pretty much just growing up, my dad, he's the one that showed me about soccer, showed me how to start playing, and pretty much it's just a family tradition that I got into it. Then I love the game, and I play every Sunday still. And then it's just a community aspect. So I love watching the game at home, but it's even better when you're at local bar with some friends at a watch party or fan fest, and we all enjoy the goals together.
Yeah.
He was one of the top players for Real Madrid, and then that's why I'm a Real Madrid supporter. And then in 2014, after we won the Champions League, we learned that the community didn't have a supporter group here in Houston, so we created the Real Madrid Houston Peña, and we've been around for over 10 years. And now we get together at Texas Tailgate, and we watch some of the games every season.
Holy moly. So what does it mean to be a true fan? Because I would definitely describe you as a super fan, in the sense that you're out there, you're organizing, you're attending the events. You are really also supporting, advocating, investing, right? So what does it mean to be a fan?
So pretty much to me is just growing the game, so helping the next generations. I was a coach for my godson, his 8-year-old soccer team. So just trying to share any skills that I know, any tactics, helping the youth, and also supporting our local teams, the Dynamo and the Dash, getting the pretty much the friends together, go watch a Dynamo game. It's always a good time. And then whenever there are big international matches like USA, Mexico, or Costa Rica, Venezuela, whoever comes, let's go support and watch them at NRG. And also just any event that they have at the Dynamo Stadium, go support and just show that a soccer city is Houston.
Yeah. I think we're very lucky that we live here in Houston.
Yeah.
Because we have had some of the biggest games.
Sure.
We've had some of the biggest clubs and national teams come through the city. And so I kind of want to go back a little bit, when they announced
I think it was amazing. So, like I told you, I've been to the last 3 World Cups: Brazil, Russia, Qatar. So I've had to travel to go check it out, and most of the time I travel with some friends or alone. So it was really nice that it was here at home, and I could take my family, took my wife, my employees, my parents, my sisters. So it was good for them to check out that atmosphere and also to watch a game in the stadium.
Yeah. And so when you've traveled to the past World Cups, how would you what would you say has been how would you compare them? You know, because you've been, what is it, Brazil,
Yes.
Russia,
Qatar.
Qatar, and well, and now the United States.
I think this one was the best ever, the best World Cup ever in my pretty much experience. So Brazil was nice. It's just really big, and it was my first time going, so it's kind of my rookie season. And then Russia was really nice. It was far, but it was good time. Qatar was small, so you could do a lot of games in a short amount of time. But I think we got blessed here in Texas. We got 7 games in Houston, 9 in Dallas. If you've never been to a World Cup match, you could literally check out 14 matches because there was only 2 games that overlap. So you could only go to 1 game in Houston and Dallas. So imagine never being to a World Cup and you got 14 chances. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's only a 4-hour drive. Check it out and you could come back. You don't got to get a hotel. You don't got to get a flight. You don't got to go through security. So you just got to wake up early.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely do. So how did you prepare? How did you prepare once, you know, once they announced all the cities? How did you prepare for like what your 2026 World Cup journey was going to be like?
So pretty much I'm pretty structured because I'm a project manager. So I'm all about budget and schedules. And what I did is I pretty much did a lot of content on social media just to help people get ready because they've never been, how to make a FIFA account, know when it's phase 1, 2, 3, 4, how to know how the lottery system works.
Yeah.
Also, with every person, they could buy 40 tickets. So a lot of people didn't know, 4 tickets per match. So I was helping the community, sharing a lot of information. And my reward pretty much was people would let me know when they got selected. So a friend of mine would be like, hey, I got selected. I've never done it. Let's do it together. We bought 40 tickets together. He got 20, I got 20. And then we just kept on going that way. So just sharing all the information I knew. And I guess the content came around and they would reach out to me when they needed help. And if there was any spare tickets I could purchase, I would get them.
That is awesome. All right, so now, so you're doing that, and then now you have your tickets.
Yes.
Right. So, what was your first match?
My first match was here at NRG, so it was pretty nice because it was the first World Cup match ever here in Houston. It was Germany versus Curaçao. So Germany ended up winning. It was really nice, and it was a good atmosphere. So I really liked that.
That's cool. And so from there, the other cities, because you also went to Dallas,
Yes.
Kansas City,
Yes.
and then
Atlanta and New York.
okay.
So pretty much in Kansas City, I always do the before they do the live draw for FIFA in December. I like doing phase 1 because you don't know who's coming.
Yeah.
So I got all the matches in Houston and Dallas, and we got lucky that Cristiano Ronaldo came twice to Houston. He came to Dallas, so it's really nice to get him before you know who's coming because once you know that Messi's coming, Ronaldo's coming, those tickets are hard to get.
Yeah.
So that's one of the suggestions that I tell people is always try to get. And really get to experience the atmosphere. So that was fun. And besides that, just flying to Kansas, Atlanta, New York was a good time.
Oh my goodness. And so you were able to share this with your wife, with your
Yes.
family. What was that experience like for them?
It was the best. So my wife, Adriana, she got to see why I'm so obsessed with the World Cup, and she got to see the atmosphere. Went to the 2 Portugal matches. So the first was Portugal-Congo. They ended up tying, but she got to see Cristiano Ronaldo. And then I took my wife, her dad, my 2 sisters, and my parents to the Portugal versus Uzbekistan. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 2, and they won, I think, 5-0.
Yeah.
And she loved it. She's like, wow, the atmosphere is nice. Everybody's here. They're enjoying it. So she got to really understand how big the World Cup is and that people from all over the world come to celebrate it.
Yeah, I mean, World Cup is on another level.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely on another level, and just the amount of diversity that's there. So it doesn't matter if Portugal is playing against Uzbekistan, you're going to see people from all over.
Definitely.
And I know that you got to also just experience meet a lot of people.
Hmm.
I follow on social media. But you also got to. I saw that you did, or you were part of the broadcast with Speed.
Yeah, I ended up seeing Speed in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw him a couple times. The first time was here in Houston, the Portugal game. He's a big Ronaldo fan. I'm a big Ronaldo fan. So Speed, what I like about Speed is that he's for all the kids, the generation that's coming up. So he's helping grow in the game. So anybody that's maybe like 15 and under, they love Speed. They love like pretty much interacting with him. He's a person that they can relate to. So let's say if the World Cup comes back in 10, 12 years, they're the next group of people that are going to be purchasing the tickets, and they're basically going to be loving the game even more. So
Yeah.
Speed, we got a chance to meet in Dallas. It was a Norway versus Ivory Coast game, and it was at halftime, and it was by the media area. So I was just stopping by, and all the kids just were calling out his name, Speed, Speed. But he actually wanted to interact and do content. So ask, what do you think about the game? I was able to chat with him and tell him that I think Norway's going to win 2-1. Holland's going to score. And that's what happened. And it was a good time. And I just told him, thank you for what you're doing for the game. And he's just helping the next generation just become soccer fans.
Yeah. Oh, I saw some of the covers that they were doing online and stuff, right? About getting to the stadium and how the Argentina fans, I mean, they were just crossing
Yeah.
the interstate. The fact that there was just so much going on in New York. I mean, that must have been. I think about it this way. Just like you mentioned, Qatar, everything is so it's so small and compacted. I mean, the atmosphere in New York must have just been on a whole nother level because of that.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was the best game out of my 17 World Cup match, just because I've never been to a World Cup final and finally got to do it. So the final, we actually got there on Friday, and on Friday there was a Fanatics Fest. So it was really cool. It was good timing, and there was a lot of good stuff going on. On Saturday we went to Soho. There was a House of Merc, so all the stuff for Mercury Vapors, Superflies. There's a really cool activations and stuff going on in the city, like you were saying.
Yeah.
And then on Sunday, the game was at 3, so 3 hours before. We said, let's get there at 12. But then at that point, we're like, you know what, let's just go like at 9 a.m. Because we were thinking of having brunch and then going, but we're like, we're going to have brunch and get to relax, and then we're going to hit traffic. So we literally spent 12 hours. So we left at 9 and we came back at 9. But it was super, super fun because we got there and the gates actually opened 4 hours for the final. So at 11, got to walk around and check out some stuff. But it was a good time. I loved it. I was going for Spain. I think they had a master class. They good possession, and they finally got the goal. Argentina didn't really do that much. They didn't take that many shots. They only had corner kicks and free kicks. But besides that, it was a great experience. And I was also gonna say that was the first time they had the halftime show. So Madonna was there, BTS, Shakira, Burner Boy.
That's
so
my girl. That's my
a little
girl.
bit of everything. So it was it really. So it was pretty cool.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. That, I mean, it just sounds like you had such a wonderful experience. And I see that you also, have a lot of souvenirs and just different paraphernalia from the cup. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about it? I see the scarf. That
Yes.
scarf looks sweet.
So this is the official World Cup final scarf, and it has a little bit of the print from the different countries. So that's the Mexico print and the stars for USA. So something really nice. Then we had the official hat. So there's a hat, and actually went on the way out. I got Russell Wilson, the Super Bowl quarterback, to sign it.
Yeah.
Just on the way out, and pretty cool. This is the Coldplay. They basically put the halftime show. Everybody was waving their flags and being part of it. This is the lineup, Burner Boy, BTS, and everybody that was part of the halftime show.
Nice.
And then on this side, something that's really cool that everybody will collect. This is actually the cup that everybody wants. This is the FIFA, the final. So it has both teams. It has Spain and Argentina. So if you're a
so
fan,
cool.
then everybody had like 4 or 5 of those cups because that's pretty much a collection edition, and everybody loves collecting those. So it was a great time. We enjoyed it. It was I love the score and everything about it.
Yeah. So are you ready for 2030?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm take a little break, relax. But no, I'm here to help anybody that's planning on going. I'm here to just be any questions they got to help plan. I want to help my community. I want to help you get ready. Like I was telling people, I know people were complaining that it was a little expensive, but if you basically set a plan, you can make it happen. $100 a week is 5,200 a year.
Yeah.
Times 4 is 20,000. Whatever your plan is, you just got to budget it correctly.
Yeah.
And then I'm just open for any advice that they need, or if they want to help plan it, I'm here to help.
Yeah, no, that's great. And like you said, I mean, it really is about planning. It's about budgeting. And 2030, I mean, that World Cup is going to be very interesting because it's transcontinental.
Yeah.
I mean, you have the games that are going to happen in Europe and North Africa, but then also it's starting in South America. So it's going to be wild.
Yeah. So pretty much it's the centennial one. So they want to make it big. If I go, I'm probably going to go to Spain or Portugal because they're close to each other. But I think it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great opportunity for people from all over the world to check it out. And I really want to see. I'm pretty sure the final is going to be in the Bernabeu. Big Real Madrid fan, so I would like to check that out. For Atletico de Madrid, it's pretty nice. So if you go to Madrid and they got 2 stadiums, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Wow. Well, and so all of this budgeting and all of this preparing, I mean, it really does come down to business.
Right. Yes.
And that's the other piece, right? Because you're also a business person.
Yes.
And that's another side that that I think is very important, because as a fan, you understand the dynamics of the sport and of the sports ecosystem. But then as a business person, you have that knowledge, and so you're more aware about those opportunities, because a lot of times I know that we don't talk too much about the opportunities that exist for small business in sport, but the economic impact is a very big reason why events like this come to cities like Houston. And so can you tell us a little bit about, your preparation on the business side when you found out about World Cup being hosted here in Houston?
For sure. Yeah, I think that whenever there's an event, somebody has to put it together. So it's always the community leaders like yourself and everybody else that puts these events together, and just being informed. So going to networking events, talking to the right people. There's a lot of email blasts that you get invited to. Just taking those steps and getting informed whenever there's meetings, information meetings, it's good to go. Get registered, just to be in the loop. And whenever there's any bid opportunities, just go ahead and put in a number. Take your time, really get your ducks in a row, get all the information, documents that they need, the insurance requirements and all that, and just make sure that whatever you say you could do, you could perform and execute. So I think there's a lot of opportunities, and so thanks to you and everybody else that was putting that together. Really appreciate it. And it was nice to see a lot of vendors out there get an opportunity and be on the world's biggest stage.
Yeah, I think that's one of the highlights for sure. And so I guess just to kind of give a little bit more context on that, I was able to create and implement that vendor program that was used for this, and so it was really exciting to see a lot of businesses that were preparing, that wanted those opportunities. And like you said, there is a lot of information that you need to have, all your ducks in a row. You need to make sure that you're ready. And so once those bids started coming out and you became a vendor, what was that? What was that like for you?
It was good. Like I said, those information meetings that y'all put together, I attended. I took down my notes, and any question that I had, I would reach out. And pretty much whenever the bid opportunities opened, register and make sure that you know exactly what you're going to do, what you could execute, and then just put your bid. And I really enjoyed it because basically did like 9 bids. I didn't get all of them, but I got 2 or 3, which that was good to start. And once I was on site and I got to meet the team from FanFest, they were just saying, "Oh, you could do this as well. Can you help us out with this?" And just being a team player. So first we went out there. We started with the tree removal. So before anything, we got to remove any trees that are in the way because that's where they're going to put the stage. That's where they're going to put all these different areas that we can't have the trees there. We got to remove them so we could use just a clean playing field.
Yeah.
Vendors, we got to pressure wash the warehouse, 15,000 square feet. We got to put in new LED lights. We got to do all these adjustments so whenever the vendors come, their spot is ready to go. And then after that, I just got recommended from those guys to other vendors that they set up the sphere, the big dome. They're like, we do the dome, but we don't do a platform. We need a wooden platform, 44 feet all around, and we need it done in 2 days. And they recommend me, oh, talk to Eddie with Remodel HTX. He'll help you out. And we were able to help that vendor out. Then on the Ramco stage, there was a big area where they had the pretty much a soccer simulator where the kids would take shots like a penalty. And the guys, they do all nothing but steel work. They set up the whole Aramco Arena stage, but they don't do any wood framing. So they would also say, hey, I think Eddie did the platform for those guys. He could probably do the 3 walls for you on your simulator. So we got a chance to work with other vendors on top of just working with FanFest. So it was a great experience, and I would always be on site and just checking in and see what's going on, especially right now that we're doing the decommission. I'm going to go check on it, and if there's any vendors that say, hey, my guys are backed up or we need to get out this week, can you help us with 2 or 3 guys to help us expedite it? We'll help them out, and then pretty much just charge them for that.
Yeah.
So there's always open opportunities whenever you go. You're out there in the right place in the right time.
Yeah. No, exactly. And I mean, so you need to be ready. You need to apply. You need to network. And then you just need to have your staff and everybody good to go.
For sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, we started on May 1st. So from May 1st, I wasn't on site every day, but anytime that they called me, hey, we want to add this scope of work, we want to add this, I was there within an hour or 2. So I was close by the area where they called me for a meeting. I could show up and we'll walk it and we'll add it to the scope and keep on moving. But so I was kind of like their go-to guy with any little thing that popped up for the over 60 days.
No, but besides this, I mean, you've also done your company has also done other work in the sports and entertainment environment. So
yes, correct. So we've had some experience with the Houston Rodeo. So we've done stuff for Telemundo. We set up their pretty much their custom tent whenever they have it with the big broadcast area. We've done stuff from that aspect, and then just any opportunities. We do a lot of facility maintenance. So anything from Starbucks, Cane's, Five Guys, Exxon, Shell, Chili's, day or night work orders, we're on demand. So they kind of know our capability, and they know. Well, I know Eddie could probably. Any little thing that pops up on a Sunday, we could take care of it.
Yeah. No, and that's exactly what you need to do. And I mean that your project management skills obviously come into play on this side, and then also on the fan side. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate the opportunity, and thank you for helping us out along the way. We really appreciate everybody that was a part of it, and I think Houston did a really good job. Yeah. Everybody loved FanFest. They were talking about it, especially when there was Mexico games. There were people 6 hours before the doors open. I think out of all 39 days, I believe they were open 34. So there was only a couple days that there were no matches. And I'm pretty sure the FanFest team were happy about that to take a little break because it was the whole city wanted to check out FanFest. It was 7,500 people capacity, and it would fill up quick. And it was a great time. Everybody was rushing to get those Bank of America bracelets. I don't know if you got one, but
I did.
I
went on the preview day.
There you go. That was one of the hits, and everybody had a good time. I really enjoyed it, and I like to see the city go out there, watch the games, just the soccer growing, and everybody was taking their kids, their friends, their family, their parents. So it was good for the city, and it was a great experience.
So do you think that Houston will host again?
I think they did. I think they would. I think they did a great job. The 7 games we did were amazing, and I think we kind of put a stamp that Houston's the spot. We need a host, and we delivered. So I really want to thank everybody that was part of it because I think we knocked it out the park.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've talked to some people that, have come through the city, came to visit, and they enjoyed it. Despite the heat, I don't think a lot of people really even they didn't mind.
No.
And that's amazing, because when you don't mind is because there was enough, or there was a lot more to do,
For
so
sure.
that you didn't have to really think about like, oh, it's hot.
Yeah.
They
No, I
got to
think
enjoy it.
there was a lot going on, like you said. There was good activations. The city had a lot of different things going on. It was in the East Downtown, Sugarland, Cypress, Katy, everywhere. There was some activations for everybody in the community to be a part of it.
Yeah.
And it was a great time. I loved it. NRG was nice. They did a great job with the facility. The parking wasn't too bad. I would park next to it at the Holiday Inn. Just had to walk 1 or 2 blocks. So it was a great time, and I think everybody hopes that it comes back. And supposedly they're saying 2038. So maybe we got to wait 12 years, because after this World Cup, it's going to go, like you said, to Africa, Europe, and South America. So those 3 are out. And then 2034 is Saudi Arabia. And then there's a chance that it comes back to North America. So that'd be pretty cool if the U.S. gets it again in 2038.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. And what about the Women's World Cup?
The Women's World Cup's nice. It's next year, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be something. I've never been to one, so it'd be cool to attend. I just got to check out what cities. And I believe some of the cities are the ones that didn't get the World Cup for men's. There's going to be some games in those cities. So got to look that up. That'd be cool to check it out, especially the USA women's team. They've always been pretty well. They made it to finals. They've won championships. So it'd be nice to go support them.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend about it, because El Salvador, we have a good women's team.
Nice.
And so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that they make it, because
go.
it would be a great excuse to make it out to Brazil.
There you go. No, that'd be a great time. That'd be real good.
It'd be really fun. Well, and so just to kind of wrap it up here. So this year there was a lot of changes, overall with World Cup. I mean, the size, the amount of teams, some of the different elements that they added into the actual game. How would you say that these changes have impacted, or where do you kind of see, football and the World Cup going?
Yeah, well, one of the main changes that everybody saw was a hydration break, which I don't mind it, to be honest. If you ever play soccer, going 45 minutes without a break, that's pretty intense, which we're used to it. But with time, it's okay to take a break. It's literally 3 minutes, get some water, and get back out there.
Right.
So I guess they were doing that for safety precautions, because it's, like you were saying, it's super hot. Most of the stadiums were closed, but this Sunday at MetLife, that one's open. There's some other open stadiums. So it was good for the players, and it's not that bad for a 3-minute break. And then the rest for the future, I think that soccer after this is going to grow. I think it'll be a top 3 sport in the U.S. I think it might be football, baseball, soccer. It might knock off basketball. Basketball's doing good, but I think the viewership's going a little down just because nobody plays defense anymore. They're all shooting threes. And a lot of people, I think soccer, after experiencing it, after going to Fan Fest, after going to a game, they're going to be like, wow, this is amazing. I want to play. So a lot of the kids are going to start playing. And I know there's a lot of legacy programs where they're building a lot of parks for kids to keep on playing, enjoying the sport. And I look forward to that. And if there's any way I could be involved, I'm going to start coaching. And once I start having kids, I want to be involved and just grow the game. In the next 10 years, hopefully soccer gets up there and more people get to enjoy it here in the city and the nation.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I completely agree with you. I think that there's a lot of people that maybe, even in our circles, that we didn't follow the game, but then this was esa probadita that they needed. And even on social media, I mean, you're seeing it with a lot of content creators and just people in general who are saying, wow, I had no idea that this is what the game was.
Yeah.
And yes, they definitely got the best of the best, right? The most elite players, the best teams, and even those teams that you didn't think maybe deserved to be there, right?
Yeah.
Quote unquote. They absolutely showed up.
Definitely. Like Cabo Verde, they did an amazing performance. They played against Argentina. They took them to extra times. So imagine one of the smallest countries taking the world champs to extra times. They played here against Saudi Arabia in Houston. It was pretty cool to see those guys and just everybody else. Curaçao, it was their first World Cup. They got to play here at NRG. So we had some special moments here in Houston. And I think it was amazing, especially a lot of people, even if they weren't soccer fans, they were just waiting for what's the next match. So the World Cup ended and everybody's like, man, I really missed that. We had 4 games that in one day. We had you wake up, you watch a game, you go to sleep, you watch a game. It was a lot of good action, and I think it was one of the best World Cups ever.
Yeah.
What about you?
I do too. I do too. And I am very excited about what it means, about the impact, about the legacy, and just and also having these new fans come into the fold
For sure.
because I know we've been we've been out there, trying to grow this game, and so now there's now it's really more about upkeeping.
For
I
sure.
think upkeeping and making sure that we continue to like provide the environment for kids to explore the game, for new fans to come and watch games, and then also like I want to see more international games here in Houston. I want to
Definitely.
see more women, more women's games here in Houston. I mean, I think that there's a lot that we can do.
Yeah, and also what do we learn from the World Cup? So basically, like some examples, like you saw whenever Netherlands was here, they did the big march with the orange bus, and they had over thousands of fans follow it. Like, why don't we pick something up like that? Like with the Dynamo, you don't have to do it every match, but like say one or twice a season, you get an orange bus. You talk to Metro, they donate it, you paint it orange, and just build from what we learned.
Yeah.
So having
Well-
something like that would be pretty cool. Just the new traditions and just learn from the 7 games that were here. What did we learn from Curacao? What did we learn from
Yeah.
Netherlands? What did we learn from Portugal? Like all those different fan bases that they came and showed us something
Yeah.
different about the beautiful game.
No, it's true. It's true. And you know what we need? Because we had that orange bus. So at the Dynamo, I remember Teo Pineda. I think that's his name. He had the little orange bus, and we actually used it for some of the marketing, some marketing promotions that we did back in the day. But we need to bring that back.
For sure.
And we need to do more with the supporter groups because they already have the vibe,
Yeah.
right? So now it's how can we uplift that even further, and how can we make sure that more of the regular fans are also interacting with the supporters so that some of those traditions truly grow.
For sure. No, I agree. And like I said, it could be once or twice a season, maybe on a big match against Inter Miami and Messi. You see the bus coming
Yeah.
and the whole Dynamo Stadium just turns orange, or maybe it's a rivalry match against Austin FC or Dallas.
Yeah.
One of those, but some good ideas. And I think we're going to learn a lot from this World Cup, and it's just going to make us even better.
Yeah. Well, this is very exciting, and I mean, 2030, we're getting ready for it. We're getting ready for next year. And Eddie, thank you so much for being here with us and sharing not only your World Cup journey and experience, but then also from the business side, right? What that impact really looks like for small business, or for business, local business, and what are some of the things that business owners can do, or mejor dicho, must do in order to seize these opportunities.
For sure. And like I said, I'm always here to help. So my Instagram is remodelhtx@gmail.com. That's my email, remodelhtx on Instagram, and Eddie Mendoza PR on Instagram. So any questions they have, I'm here to help. Send me a DM, and I could help you prepare for the next event, or if there's any bid opportunities that you kind of have some questions about, that's what we're here for, to help the community.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool. Well, will you stay with us for the
Definitely, yes.
the remainder of the show?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Eddie. And one of the things that we started, because our first guest was Katie Umaña. She's a Latina sports photojournalist.
Nice.
We started the Enya photo of the week. And
Okay.
so this week, she sent us, we're going to call it a throwback, a throwback from the semifinals.
Okay.
So this is the Enya photo of the week. And
Nice.
it is our 2026 FIFA World Cup champion, Spain, when they were playing France there in Dallas. And so you were at that game.
Yeah, so I was actually at that game. I was rooting for France. I really like how they were playing. Mbappe, Olise, Dembele, they just had an amazing attack. But just the fact that Spain could just neutralize them, control the mid, and pretty much that was the best attack in the World Cup, and they just shut them down. I was like, wow, these guys are legit. So Spain played really well. They ended up winning, and Spain went on to win the final. But that game was kind of my wake-up call where, wow, they took out Mbappe, Olise, Dembele, all the strikers that were scoring 1 or 2 goals every match.
Yeah.
And they played really well as a team. So that's where I kind of told myself, I think Spain will take it if they make it to the final.
Yeah, and they have such a young squad.
Yeah,
So,
no, a lot of their players are 19, 23.
yeah.
They still got 1 or 2 more World Cups with them. So, and especially the next World Cup is going to be in Spain. So that's going to be
Ooh.
special for them. And then they go to Portugal, which is close by. Morocco's close by. So
Mhm.
they don't got to travel that far.
Yeah.
And normally when you're a host country, you kind of play most of your games in your country. So that'll be good for them. And they got an amazing team. So maybe they can repeat.
So they really line things up for next for next World Cup, basically.
Yeah. Or maybe France gets their revenge and they make it to the final. Or maybe they see each other in the final. That'd be nice.
That's true.
France, Spain,
Yeah.
2030.
Wow. Well, that's gonna be. I'm already looking forward to it. So I need to get going with the savings plan and everything for 2030. Well, and so I want to give a shout out. So today I am wearing my Midas Soccer Academy jersey, and this is a nonprofit organization that's here in Houston, and founded by Banyole Arashi. And so I just want to give a shout out because they're doing an amazing job in providing, soccer academy for the community. And Bayonle has just been amazing or a huge force in making sure that kids are invested in the sport. And so major shout out to him. And I also want to give you guys a little preview about our East Aldine football, what we're doing up in East Aldine. So roll the video.
East Aldine, are you ready to play? Registrations are open for East Aldine District's Futbol para Todos program. We're hosting free soccer camps this summer for kids 6 to 15 years old. For more information, visit eastaldine.futbol.
Yeah, so we're growing the game, and we want to make sure that East Aldine is providing opportunities. And so make sure to go to eastaldine.futbol so that you can register for the camps that are currently happening and the ones that will be happening this fall. But thank you, Eddie, again for being here. And I just want to remind everybody that every Wednesday at 10 a.m., you'll see us here on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And so thank you so much for being part of the Football Takeover.